Okay, guys, today we're learning about another inventor. Today we're learning about Ruth Wakefield. As we read, we're going to be looking and listening for character traits about Ruth Wakefield. Some things that she could do, some things that she is, and some things that she has that made it possible for her to be an inventor. Remember that as we read and we're looking for character traits, we're looking for things that are specific to Ruth Wakefield, our inventor for today. We're not just going to write that she was a girl. We're going to look for things that come up in the story that help us learn about her. Okay, so let's read, and I think you're going to love her invention. Ruth Wakefield. The chocolate chip cookie, or the Toll House cookie, was first created by Ruth Wakefield. And thank goodness, because Miss Barton loves a chocolate chip cookie. She married her husband, Kenneth, and they bought a house in Whitman, Massachusetts in 1930. It was known to be a traveling stop for travelers. They paid a toll for traveling on the road and could rest their horses. So a lot of times when people were traveling, they would have horses, maybe horses and buggies, and obviously horses get tired because they are animals. It's not like a car where you can just go and go and go and go. Horses get tired, so the people would have to stop somewhere to rest their horses and hang out for a little while. And the Wakefields, Ruth and her husband Kenneth, had a house where people could stop and rest. And they paid a little bit of money. That's a toll. They paid like a ticket fee so they could get in. Okay, so they paid a toll for traveling on the road and could rest their horses. Many enjoyed a home-cooked meal before continuing their travels, and some probably stayed the night. The couple named their inn the Toll House Inn, so kind of like a hotel that they had. They had a little hotel, and people would come and stay, and they would eat, and then they would take their horses to rest, and then they'd go on. Okay. Ruth took on the challenge of creating recipes for home-cooked meals, and her cooking, especially her desserts, became well known throughout the region. Her invention of the Toll House cookie came about by accident. Oh, wow, that's a really good thing to learn about her. Even when she made mistakes, she kept on going. I like that fact about Ruth Wakefield. There are two versions of the stories, but they both report that she was trying to make another type of cookie, but ran out of baker's chocolate. In one version, she found that she had some Nestle semi-sweet chocolate bars on hand, so she cut it into small pieces and used them as a substitute. So she was kind of smart. She was kind of crafty, wasn't she? Even though she didn't have what she needed, she was going to use what she had around to make it work. So that's a good thing to know about her. She's kind of crafty. When she discovered the chocolate had not melted or been absorbed when they were baked, the diners loved them, and then Ruth named them the Toll House Crunch Cookies. Ruth approached the Nestle company about featuring her recipe on their package of chocolate bits. In return, she would receive all the chocolate she needed. It was a great match, and the Wakefield's cookies became famous. The Nestle company profited from the cookies. So Ruth was pretty smart. She's pretty crafty. She knows what she's doing. She was pretty persistent too. And when she made a mistake, she didn't lay down and cry. She had a good attitude about her mistakes and used what she had already done and made the best out of it. And it turns out people loved it, and they still love it. Who doesn't love a chocolate chip cookie? Come on, y'all. Y'all all know that a chocolate chip cookie is delicious. And I am so glad that Ruth Wakefield, even though she made mistakes, kept on going. I'm so glad that she was persistent. Some other things that we know about Ruth Wakefield is that she loved to cook. We know that because it talks about the recipes. So maybe something that she would be a baker. We know that Ruth Wakefield was hardworking because it's a lot of hard work to run an inn with her husband. So these are all good things to know about Ruth Wakefield. Remember that as we're reading, we're looking for clues about the person and who they were. We're looking for hints about their personality. And once you find a hint about somebody's personality, it's a great idea to make sure that you see it in the story. We're going to think about how we found a hint, we found a clue about this person's personality from our story. Okay. So that is Inventors for today, and I will see you next time when we read.